Hello everyone. So let us move ahead in this lesson. What more information we are going to learn about the tiny teachers are ants. So the queen is the mother of the entire population of the colony. It lives for about 15 years. It has a pair of wings but bites them off after its wedding flight. This flight takes place on a hot summer day. The queen leaves the nest and goes out to meet a male ant or drone high up in the air. On its return to Earth, it gets rid of its wings and then does nothing but lay eggs. So this is a short and sweet information about the queen ant. The queen ant is the mother of the entire population of the colony because she is the only one who lays the eggs and she only increases the population of the ants. So she is known as the mother of the entire population. You can call her mother ant or you can also call her queen ant. So it lives for about 15 years. Her lifespan is of 15 years. It has a pair of wings. In the initial stage of her life, she has a pair of wings, but she bites them off after its wedding flight. But she bites them off. Bites them off means she remove her wings after her wedding flight. Now, what is this wedding flight? This flight takes place on a hot summer day. So, when does it take place? On a hot summer day, the queen leaves the nest and goes out to meet a male ant or drone high up in the air. So for that wedding flight, she has to leave her ant hill or her nest, okay, and she flies up in the air to meet a male ant or a drone, okay, and when she returns to the earth, at that time she gets rid of her wings and then does nothing but lay eggs. After when she returns after her wedding flight, she bites off her wings because she should not fly further, okay, and for throughout her life till 15 years of her age, she lays eggs. Not she does nothing but she lays eggs. Eggs hatch and grubs come out. Soldiers guard them. Workers feed and clean them. And also carry them about daily for airing, exercise and sunshine. So what after she lays the egg, what is the further thing the other ants they have to do? So eggs they hatch and grubs come out. The small babies they come out, but still they are not in the form to move anywhere easily, okay. So after hatching the eggs, these grubs come out. So soldiers they guard them. What is the duty of the soldiers? To guard these grubs. Workers they feed and clean them. What is the duty of workers? To bring the food from outside and to feed those grubs and clean them daily, and also carry them out daily for airing, to take them out of the nest for airing, for fresh air, okay, and exercise and to get them proper sunshine. 2 or 3 weeks later, grubs become cocoon and lie without food or activity for 3 weeks more. So after 2 or 3 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later, these grubs they become cocoon. Cocoon means they prepare a shell for themselves and they lie inside that shell, that cocoon, okay, without food or activity. In those 3 weeks, for the 3 weeks, when they become cocoon, they lie without food. They never have food at that period, and without any activity, they lie in that cocoon. Then the cocoons they break and perfect ants appear, as in this picture you can see. This cocoon breaks after 3 weeks and a perfect ant comes out. Now it's time for teaching and training. New ants learn their duties from old ants as workers, soldiers, builders, cleaners, etc. After a few weeks training, the small ants are ready to go out into the big world of work. So when they come out as a perfect ant, from that time their teaching and training process starts. So they learn their duties, the duties from the old ants. Workers they teach them how to work, soldiers they teach them how to guard, builders they teach them how to build the anthill, and cleaners they teach them how to learn. Cleaners they teach them how to clean. So this is how these ants, the newborn ants, they get their duties and they get divided into these 4 sections. So after a few weeks of training, these small ants are ready to go out into the big world of work. An anthill is a home not only for ants but also for some other creatures like beetle, lesser breeds of ants, and the green fly. So why do ants want these alien creatures to live in their nest? So for several reasons. Some give off a smell pleasant to the ants' senses. Others give sweet juices, and some other just pets or playthings like cats and dogs to human beings. The green fly is the ant's cow. Okay, the ants train it to give honeydew like milk with a touch of the antenna. They milk it just as we milk the cow. So in the anthill we will find not only ants but other creatures also, like beetles, lesser breeds of ants, and the green fly. So why do ants they need these aliens in their house, in their nest, in their anthill? So for several reasons they need the other creatures in the anthill. So some of these other insects, they give off a pleasant smell which ants they love. So they need these insects in their nest. And some they give sweet juices. Okay, and some are just pets or play things like cat or dogs to human beings. How we keep cats and dogs in our house, just like pet. So they keep some of the insects because the reason they give sweet juices, and others like pets. So the green fly is the ant's cow. So how do we have cows in our life? Because we get milk from them. We milk the cow. In the same way, green fly is an insect in the anthill, which is like the cow for the ants. So the ants train it to give honeydew. So honeydew is like a milk for them. So this green fly gives out honeydew whenever the ants need it. So they with the touch of the antenna, they indicate to the green fly they need it. Okay, and it gives it. So they milk it just as we milk the cow. So have humans learned as much as ants have? Perhaps they have, but they haven't put their learning to good use. So they may still learn a few things from this tiny teacher. Hard work, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones, and above all, a firm loyalty to the land where they live. So have humans they learned as much as ants have? So we have to ask ourselves, okay, so whether we have learned these many things how ants have learned. So what all things we have to learn? See, we are learned human beings, okay, but still we are not putting whatever we have learned, we are not putting it in a good use, okay. So we should learn from these tiny teachers how to work hard, sense of duty and discipline, cleanliness, care for the young ones, and above all, a firm loyalty to the land where they live. So all these things we have to learn and we have to implement them in our life for ourselves and for the entire human community. Okay, how these tiny creatures they look after each other, they take care of each others, okay, and how they lead their life peacefully. In the same way, we have to learn from them how to lead a peaceful life and how to be firm, loyal towards our land, our motherland. Where do we live? Okay, so these are the things we have to learn from our tiny teachers. So we call ants as teacher. So very beautiful lesson, very beautifully explained, and things are there in this lesson. Information is there, how the ants they lead their life and how do they live in their ant hills, what are the sections, how the queen or mother ant she works. So many things are there to learn. So please watch both the videos carefully, go through the lesson in the textbook, leave the comment in the comment box, and please watch it again and again for better understanding. Till then, bye.